It's been a thrilling journey to the Found Season 2 finale, but the episode's numerous reveals are difficult to parse together in the wake of the news that Gabi's story is officially over. After NBC cancelled Found ahead of the Season 2 finale, there's been no end to speculation about whether the series would end formally or leave things on a cliffhanger. All evidence certainly pointed toward the latter, as Found Season 2 had already raised more than enough storylines that concluding them all in less than an hour would have proven a monumental task. As a result, fans of the series are likely to find some aspects of Found's unplanned series finale storyline more fulfilling than others. The Found Season 2 finale hits Mosley and Associates with a number of major cliffhanger that can now never be resolved in Found Season 3, but there are at least a few hints at how the story might have played out had the network given the series a chance to continue. Not only does the finale push the story forward in some rather unexpected ways, but the series also begins looking backward at previously unexplored character histories. Dan's kidnapping explained. His strong opinions about drug addicts finally make sense. The backstories for Gabi, Lacey, and Margaret have all been explored rather thoroughly over the course of Found's 2 seasons. Found Season 2 even pulls back the curtain on Heavy Boots, with a major storyline focusing on Trent's father. But Dan and Zeke remained the least developed characters heading into the Found Season 2 finale, and the show's cancellation might have cemented that had the last episode not made significant reveal at M&A's primary investigation in the Found Season 2 finale focuses on Desiree Bergen, the wife of Dan's former best friend Mike. After 2 seasons of reacting unfavorably to drug-addicted clients, it's revealed that Dan was taken prisoner during a raid because Mike was too high to save him. Dan sees the better man Mike has become in recent years and largely appears to forgive him, even keeping Mike away from the FBI while he's still considered a suspect. But after finding Desiree held captive by her own mother, Dan parts ways with Mike without even shaking his hand. Gabi comes clean about kidnapping Sir publicly. She could face actual jail time after her latest press conference. Shanola Hampton as Gabi Mosley in Found. Jamie Reed's Found Season 2 storyline has been a non-stop roller coaster since he found himself kidnapped yet again ahead of the season finale, this time by Sir's sister and accomplice Lena. Gabi manages to track Jamie down by promising Lena that she'll claim to be the mastermind behind Sir's kidnappings. But when Jamie then says he wants to start fresh and start being more transparent from now on, he inadvertently inspires Gabi to hold a press conference in which she publicly admits to holding Sir captive for 9 months. Although the fallout from Gabi's confession will now forever remain a mystery, it seems rather likely that Found Season 3 would have involved a trial as well as possible jail time for Gabi. While she was technically cleared of all charges when Sir previously exonerated her of all wrongdoing, Gabi's latest confession wouldn't violate the rule of double jeopardy since the police dropped the charges without going to trial. If convicted, Gabi could have taken on a new role in which she advises M&A while imprisoned, much as Sir did for Gabi in Found Season 1. Is Sir dead in the Found Season 2 finale? His injury could be yet another manipulative ruse. Mark Paul Gosselaar as Hugh Evans aka Sir in Found. When Gabi hints at a press conference that she plans on negotiating with Lena despite knowing the Evans sister wants her dead, Sir nearly melts down while watching the conference on a contraband cell phone. However, Sir isn't seen again for the rest of the finale until Heavy Boots is called to prison at the end to find Sir with a bloody head injury. It's not clear who attacked Sir, or even whether he's managed to survive the assault. With Danielle Sarver's Lena Evans arrested after threatening to shoot Gabi, it seems neither Evans' sibling poses a threat any longer. However, Found has danced around apparent character deaths before, most recently when it was revealed that Gabi's poisoning was actually her own doing. It's possible that Sir has also feigned or even intentionally sustained injury in order to get transferred to the Med Bay, where he likely would have pursued some type of escape plan. Otherwise, his apparent death could have set Lena up to become the series' primary villain. But for the sake of the Found Season 2 finale, Sir's ultimate fate unfortunately remains unknown. How the Found Season 2 finale sets up Season 3. New backstories and relationships are built up for further exploration. Danielle Sarver as Lena Evans aka Heather Tolin in Found. One of the most intriguing setups for Found Season 3 is that the Found Season 2 finale ends without ever revealing Jamie's DNA results. Margaret even hides the results from Jamie's father early on, suggesting that either Jamie isn't who he claims or the results show something else that Margaret's keeping under wraps, such as the possibility that Jamie's biological father isn't who he thinks. Either way, Jamie's been learning to use Found's Margaret vision in recent episodes, a trend that might have received increased focus in future episodes. The Found Season 2 finale also establishes that Margaret was second to last before Lacey to join M&A, which could have set up further exploration into how Zeke and Dan joined. Meanwhile, Lacey makes an effort to patch things up with Zeke after their romantic relationship failed to take off, which could have led to them getting back together. Finally, Sir calls Trent's dad and threatens to continue diving into his history, suggesting that Heavy Boot Sr.'s unsolved cases from the 1980s might not have been the only secrets he was hiding. What Found Season the 3rd of May have been about? The feud between Sir and Lena would likely have intensified. Arlen Escarpita as Zeke Wallace in Found. Zeke's backstory received the least attention in Found's first 2 seasons, and the Found Season 2 finale only begins scratching the surface of the 3 years Dan spent imprisoned. It's likely that one or both of their stories would have received more focus in Found Season 3. And while he's been hemming around it for a while, Trent comes extremely close to expressing his feelings for Gabi when he pointedly tells her that everyone at M&A loves her. Had the series run for another year, the will-they-won't-they relationship between Trent and Gabi almost certainly would have progressed. Naturally, the biggest storylines would spotlight Gabi and Sir. With Gabi facing real jail time, her bandwidth for helping M&A would have been severely challenged, regardless of whether she spent Found Season 3 in jail or preparing for trial. Assuming Sir is still alive, his feud with Lena would also have intensified after Gabi told Lena that Sir never intended to include her in his planned escape to Europe. Regardless of whether it would ever have been considered one of the best procedurals on TV, the series certainly ended right ahead of what could have been a deliciously suspenseful future.